EFL TV, proudly brought to you by Ferntree Gully Motor Group.
This is an absolute monster kicking and going all the way.
Good afternoon and welcome to the EFL Agenda. I'm Braden Ingram. We're well and truly into the EFL season now. We've got the Queen's birthday weekend coming up. All the teams except for two have a weekend off this weekend, and of course it's Balwyn and Noble Park. We're out here at SEN Park. Maybe a bit of a closer game that we would have thought, Ray?
Well, we would hope so. Look, Balwyn, they're not the dominant side that they were last year. They're not blowing sides out the water like they were. And Noble Park, well, they've slipped back a bit. But when these two teams meet, there's a rivalry there. And I expect Noble Park to come out and throw everything at Balwyn at the start of this game.
Yeah, look, I mean, we've seen some interesting games, Balwyn, in recent times. They're not on the top of the ladder for the first time in a long time. They're sitting in second position. They've had the one loss already this season. And look, for me, as I said, speaking to Dan Donati, the injuries they've got. Captain Rennie Gilchrist out for another 4 weeks, done something to his broken hand, so he's a key player missing. A couple of players heading overseas, we believe Taylor Gilchrist is heading overseas. And also, I think Jared Churgwin's another player missing. Plus, add another few more to that. And the next 6 weeks, they're going to be really interesting for Balwyn, aren't they? They just need to probably get a bit more momentum back.
Yeah, it's probably the first time that Balwyn, have been halfway through a season where they're going to be missing some players, because the last 2 seasons they've had a really good run with injuries, but they've certainly been hit by them, and as you say, a couple of players going overseas as well. But look, as I said, it's going to be a great clash, Noble Park and Balwyn.
Of course, it'll be the radio game this weekend. Make sure you catch it on 98.1 FM. And the other interesting team at the moment, Montrose, Ray, they're going along. Well, they're going along very well. They're sitting in 4th position on the ladder. And if ever there was a team ready-made to come up into Division 1 and perform, it was Montrose, wasn't it?
Oh, look, they were ready. We've always said that. But the thing is that they've proven that they were ready. They're sitting there nicely in the 4, but the thing is that the next couple of weeks, I always doubt them a little bit, but the next couple of weeks they come up against Balwyn and Norwood. So look, that'll really tell us where Montrose are at, but they're going great guns.
Had a really good win over Vermont last weekend. They'll certainly enjoy the bye, and now a good chance to come after that, not just for them, but all the teams in Division 1 to come out after that. And you mentioned Blackburn, they're going along very nice as well, Ray. So Division 1 developing pretty interestingly at the moment, and we're certainly looking forward to after the bye.
Well, it's a far more even contest than most people predicted that it would have been at pre-season. That's what it's all about.
It's certainly a nice change from seeing Balwyn dominate all the time, that's for sure. And, Division 1, plenty more interesting. Look forward to seeing all the action on 98.1 FM this weekend between Balwyn and Noble Park. Ray, Division 2 time now, and Croydon, North Ringwood, Mulgrave, they're certainly got a bit of breathing space in the top 3, but it's the team sitting in 4th position. I want to talk to you about Doncaster East. We saw them in the radio game. They got up early in the season, and then last weekend had a really good win over the Waverley Blues by 7 points. We like how they're tracking at the moment, don't we?
Oh, look, Doncaster East are going along all right. They've won 2 on the trot now, and they find themselves sitting in 4th spot. But as we know, Braden, Division 2, that can change from every week.
Yeah, absolutely, Ray. I mean, you look at down towards Bayswater, after that draw, they're only a game and a half behind that 4th position, so that draw maybe come back to haunt them, but it also gives them an opportunity. I mean, it is still very open, that division, that last spot in Division 2, isn't it?
Oh, look, we've said all year, Division 2 is the closest division out of them all, and week to week it's going to change too, Braden.
Doncaster East, what have you liked about them in the last couple of weeks, and do you think that 4th spot is an opportunity for them to hold on to, or is it maybe just a little bit of a short-term thing?
Look, I think that they might hold on to it for a while, but the thing is that they've got players back from injury. They're playing an exciting style of football. Carl Peterson's come back from suspension. They're playing him down back, and he's playing very well off the half-back line. So, look, things look pretty good at the moment for Doncaster East.
Yeah, indeed they do. A couple of big games. They play at home next week to Bayswater. That's a crucial game. Bayswater a chance to jump up. Doncaster East can secure a bit more room in the top 4. And then, of course, there's the battle of the top 2. North Ringwood taking on Croydon. That's going to be a big game and possibly a grand final preview. Ray, it was the game that stood out in Division 3, Upper Ferntree Gully and Ringwood, an 87-all draw. It's the unlucky number in cricket, and it proved to be unlucky for the two sides out there at Kings Park. And, well, that could have some ramifications on the draw. Both those teams did need a win, didn't they?
Oh, look, both those sides would have loved to have a win out of that because it would have put them a game ahead of the other sides. But, look, it certainly places them now back with Heathmont, I think it is, back there. And so, that, look, it opens the door for Heathmont, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. Heathmont sits sixth on the ladder, 6 on 4 wins, followed by the two teams in the draw on 14 points. And then you've got the Basins. So there is that logjam. The top 4 teams look to be fairly well suited at the moment. You've got Mitcham, Baronia, Wanturna South and Templestowe. And then looking at the ladder, of course, you're followed by South Belgrave. They're the only side at the moment who look like they could be knocked out. Ray, there's a couple of games coming up in the next few weeks that are crucial in Division 4, and there was one last week, and it was the Sylvan win over Forest Hill. And, well, that just opens up Division 4 a little bit because Forest Hill, they weren't expected to lose that game.
No, look, it puts them in a very precarious position because their percentage is not good also. And, you know, they're going to fight out 5th spot with Ferntree Gully because, to me, the top 3, they're not in the order, but they're going to be settled. You've got Park Orchard, you've got Sylvan, and you've got Warrandyte. To me, they're going to finish in the top 3, and there's going to be those other two sides, Forest Hill and Ferntree Gully, fight out for that 4th spot, and only being a final 4 in Division 4 this year.
Yeah, well, when you say that percentage isn't that good, it's 186, but in comparison to the other sides, it's certainly much lower when you look at those bigger sides up the top of the ladder. So that's where it hurts them. And, you know, that win probably just cut about Sylvan into the action a little bit as well, unexpectedly after some poor losses to start the season.
I know, but you have a look at what their results have been. They went down with Park Orchards in round 1 only by 3 points, and that's the only game they've lost. Yeah. And, you know, they've just been going along nicely without any fanfare, just doing what they have to do, and good sides find a way to win, and Sylvan are winning.
Ray, something's been a little bit of an issue for you in the last couple of weeks. Just looking over your right shoulder, there's a line marking on the ground that'll impress you just a little bit, I think.
Well. Obviously, someone here at Balwyn's been listening to Ray's rant on the huddle. It's great to see that Balwyn out here at SEN Park have marked the 40-metre arc as a 40-metre arc. Well done.
It's certainly one of your nitpicking issues that you get a little bit irritated about. We hear it on the huddle all the time. Will you be like that on the weekend during the coverage, or are you going to keep it just to football-related matters?
Every opportunity I can get to announce it on the football weekend, I'm going to bring it up.
Of course, mate. Well, of course, you'll be out here this weekend. It's Balwyn taking on Noble Park. It's the Rady game. It's the only game Saturday afternoon on the Queen's birthday holiday. Make sure you get down here. It's set to be an intriguing match, really. You've got Balwyn missing a few players. Noble down the bottom of the ladder with a point to prove. A crucial game. It'll be on 98.1 FM from 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Myself will be in the coverage. I'll be calling the game with Damien Watson. Ray, you'll be out here with Wayne Brasher. Set to be a cracking game. Get down here or jump on 98.1. Looking forward to it.